Okay, I've picked this out of my stock. Doesn't have traction tires, but I have the traction rubber tires I can put on it. It had a pretty smooth action with the bearings that existed. It has a nice square gear that looks like it'll do the job. And it already had a smoke gear, and I've already epoxied some magnets onto it. And I've tested the magnets, and they do shut off the laser, or they trigger the what you call it. And I have Jim Shea's version of his DC fields, and I also have from Todd at Trains and More the new Armature that has the slinger on it, so it fits all my brush holders. So I've got all the ingredients. I got brushes and springs down here by the bag full. And I'm going to have to get a smoke of some kind. Probably I'll build a 3D smoke to fit on here, since we won't have the piston working anyway. And this will be the Atlantic Mule for the Puff and Chuff. So I'm going to have an Atlantic and the Royal Blue Pacific as my test case. And this one is probably going to go over there, way over there, where I do my sensor testing. So I can build this one up. I have a transformer over there and everything. Bring in a board, plug it in, and set it up and start mounting the Hall effect switches and testing their response. You know, tinka tinka, is it doing it? Does this work? Does this work? See what happens with it. That's the plan, because Leon's engine is really already kind of built up, and it's going to be a little more difficult. If I can do that testing over there, then bring it over here and adapt it to his, that'll, I think, be easier for me. Plus he's got his smoke. I know it's further along, but I just like a smaller engine for my little testing over there. If I can use this one, that's fine. I have an Atlantic to use later. That's all. Little update. I did a few things. I did build a firebox, that two-piece firebox for these 300s that have the drawbar, but it's unusable. I put it in here with the tether just to see how it looks and works, and it does work. It does. I don't like this with the plug-in. This had the plug-in. I'd rather bring the wires up the bottom. I don't know. Everyone's got a different opinion, but anyway, I'm testing this two-piece firebox for the Atlantics, and I found I have 3 K5s that have the same problem. So I'm going to have to take the K5 and modify it to do that as well. We'll be okay. And then along the way, of course, we've got our O-gauge American Flyer, just patiently waiting for his turn, and it's going to be soon. Robert has agreed to complete the schematic for me for the Puff and Chuff circuit. And I've got some parts on order. I've got the relay on order. I think I have most of the parts. I've been going over, let's shut this off. I've been going over the sketch for the circuit. You know, sometimes we all learn differently, okay? And I